Hi, it's Jade here and welcome back to Tea Time TV. Today I will be watching The 100 Season 7 Episode 4. I don't know the title of the episode, so from now on I guess if I don't know it, just look in the title of my reaction video, I suppose. So I guess on today's episode I'm just really hoping for more delinquents interaction. You know, they're really all we care about in the show. I just want to see them interact. I am sort of interested in the Dioza Octavia Hope storyline, although we left it off on a real big cliffhanger last time, so I'm hoping to maybe revisit that. I think they're sort of doing episodes of each at this stage, so I'm fully expecting there to be some, you know, what happened to Hope once she was left behind kind of thing. Before we get into the episode, there is a few things I want to discuss. One of them is Raven in the last episode. I really want to acknowledge that it was quite harmful to show a woman who is already disabled and in chronic pain being physically abused. And this isn't the first time they've done it. They've done it in a lot of different episodes, and specifically for Raven. I just think it's a very dangerous trope to show that sort of violence against someone who's already physically disabled and already lives with pain every day of her life. I just think it's not very sensitive and it could be done better. I think the episode, especially last episode, held more than enough weight without needing the punch up on Raven and needing to see her bleed and be broken down. I think it definitely had enough meaning to it. She was emotional enough for them not to add that on top of it, you know? So I just... no more of that this season, you know? And it's, come on guys, we got to stand up for this kind of stuff. It's, The 100 is notorious for it, and I feel like I need to acknowledge some of it when it comes up in this last season. I haven't done so in other seasons, and I really feel like I need to speak up for this stuff now. Another one is also one I sort of tossed and turned on addressing or not, but I feel the need to talk about this because it's been brought up recently. I just want to remind everyone to be respectful of the past relationships, especially Aaron. She hasn't been very well respected by this fandom, and I would consider her to be a good friend of mine. We talk quite a lot, and I think people should really consider that they don't know either Bob or Aaron or what happened between them. And when you don't know both sides and you're not either person, you can't have an opinion on that. She's a lovely, 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 lovely human being, and I just wish people would really, in the Australian term, lay off and just go back to your lives. She's living now, she's trying to move on. Please let her. You know, they're both happy moving in their separate ways. It just wasn't a good relationship. So with that being said, I never want to address this again. I never want to have to address this again, but please leave her be. Okay, that's all the heavy stuff out of the way. Let's get into the episode.
Mom?
Just like I thought, we go straight into it. Aww.
We know exchanging truth and word. The
What's that?
photographs are quoted from places we've outgrown.
Kind of cute. Interesting.
So that's just you and me.
Is this the one that went crazy or not? We know what happened to him. He wasn't the crazy one then, he was the one against the tree that she defended.
Busy. What do you need?
Oh, Raven.
Bellamy, Echo, and Octavia are in trouble. Yeah, you should see the other guy. Tell me what's wrong. Raven, Clark, I'm fine. Tell me what's wrong. You're not fine. Fine, you're right, I'm not. You didn't kill those people. A nuclear reactor almost melted down. If you didn't do what you did, those people would still be dead. And so would everyone else in Sanctum. You can't forget their faces. And you won't. Just don't forget the ones you saved.
Yeah.
Come on. It's easier if I just show you what we're doing.
Oh my God,
Hesperides.
she's telling.
3 maidens.
Like us.
Yep, you're right. Exactly like us.
Oh my God, she's telling
3
Greek
maidens.
stories like Bellamy used to do with her.
Garden and garden.
You said that they were guarding a golden apple. The one Hercules stole. But we don't have any apples.
Duh. That's why I planted those.
But those aren't apple blossoms, Auntie.
Oh, I know that, smarty pants. But they're beautiful. Just like you. Tell you what. If I lose, you get the cabin back. If you lose, you help us train.
Echo, you dumb.
Tell us what we need to know.
Need to know to kill my people.
What's gonna happen anyway? The only question is, are you gonna die with them when they come?
Oh man, I wish they kicked her ass more.
Seeing you get your ass kicked.
Who'd she say would have loved it? Octavia, I think.
I got 4 years, 8 months, and 17 days to turn you into disciples. If you survive. You may be ready. Get some rest. We start at dawn.
Somehow I'll make a man out of you. Did he just look into the camera? Felt like it.
Congratulations on reaching level 12.
Okay, that's how Echo got her haircut. Now we know.
Hey, definitely be proud of you.
Wow.
No, I go for both of you too. I wish all my trainees were as determined as you. The war to end our wars would be a lot easier.
Bridge. Don't like this.
No, it's a trap. Ghost mode now.
Nice shot. Bridge closes in 5 minutes. Move, move.
Get the armor off and secure them before they wake up.
Damn, they work fast. I mean, if you're training for 4 years for this shit, you'd have to be. Shoot. Shoot, that wasn't part of the deal. No, don't leave him there.
I have to save Bellamy.
Echo, that was the wrong decision. That was the wrong decision.
What the hell are you doing? This isn't the plan.
Plans change. If we leave him alive, he'll tell them everything, and they'll come after us. Running out of time. We have to go.
You'll be with us. Act like a hostage, lead us from the compound. That's the plan.
No, he won't.
Why is she like this?
Leaving him here?
No, no way. He's our friend.
Yes. But we are not his people.
Oh no!
Drop your helmet.
afraid of him.
You're lying.
And he is too. Suicide note.
That's got to be fake. He would not kill himself.
I've been civil with you, despite the fact that at last count, 9 of my people are dead.
I'd really rather not make it.
Either way, you're going to serve the shadow.
Good. I'm in time.
That doesn't sound cult-like at all.
Jordan? What are you doing?
Saving you? You can thank me after you get down!
Nice.
Raven Reyes, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, eyes on the woods. There may be more of them.
Hey, it's okay. You did it.
You just killed 8 people. Nothing about that is okay.
Oh, Raven.
What up?
I'm in. What the hell? This planet sucks anyway.
Thank you.
This is not the planet.
He's so like his mum and dad. If there's one thing they got right, he's very a mixture of the two of them. Oh! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. That's bad. What is that? Oh! Guess she's not staying behind with me. Oh good, they're in Antarctica.
Say we'll try the next one.
Yeah, only one problem. We get an anomaly stone for that.
Oh, good. They have to find it. So that was The 100 Season 7 Episode 4, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So let's get into it. I thought it wasn't a bad episode. We obviously had a lot of delinquent interaction. It was just sort of in groups, and they have never been more split up than they are now. But it's almost like a good thing. We're seeing some new dynamics, but it's at least with characters we care about. So I'm not that mad at it, to be honest with you. I mean, I just appreciate the grouping, but also the way that it's still one storyline. Like, they all interconnect, which is really pleasing. It's not 2 different, you know, storylines going in one. It's just one storyline, but there's lots of little bits you can put in it. I really loved that Hope storyline, seeing what happened with her. I did say at the start of this episode that I expected some of that. I didn't expect it that soon. But I guess I can just predict things now. Maybe not so far, but, you know, I could at least tell that that was coming up. So I thought that was a really nice storyline. It was nice to see her sort of connect with different people and now connect with these guys. And obviously Echo went to ruin everything because she's such a freaking hothead, honestly. Like, she has, even with 4 years of calmness and training with someone and calling them her friend, she just stabs them in the back, quite literally. I really hope that he didn't kill himself. I think that's so incredibly sad, but at the same time, I think if Echo were to learn that, she might finally like change her tune or something. I don't know how Jason or any of the other writers expect us to sympathize with Echo. They shouldn't like her just on the premise that she likes Bellamy. That's not enough to go on for us to like her as a character. But they just don't do anything in her favor for us to make, you know, any sort of connection with her character, which is really disheartening because I would like to like someone that Bellamy is in love with, I suppose. Has he ever said that? I'm not sure. But you know what, moving on from that, because it was interesting to see Raven sort of come to their rescue and see her struggle with shooting a lot of people, but I also really hope that they don't have her just be sad all season. I appreciated the one-on-one she had with Clark briefly. I feel like it was equal, whereas this whole storyline of Raven sort of realizing what Clark does feels a little white saviorish to me. And I feel like this conversation sort of saved it, because Clark was trying to meet on her level and go, you know, hey, this is what I've had to do too. You just have to learn to cope with it. And you know, this episode I really felt a definite void of Amori and Murphy. I miss them so much whenever they're not there. I fully expect next episode to just be sort of Prime centric, which I'm not going to love, but if Amori and Murphy are at the center of it, I'm okay with it. But like, how are they going to know about where everyone's gone? Because Gaia didn't stay behind. Well, obviously. So are they just going to think everyone's gone and like completely panic and try and hold up everyone by themselves, and everyone's already really angry and being controlled by shadeheader Russell? That sounds like a recipe for a disaster. Well, I guess I will see you guys for season 7 episode 5 next week, and that will be my birthday on the 19th. I'll see you there, and I will put a link down below next week for the fun that I will be starting for my birthday that I mentioned the week prior. I just forgot to do it in my video, but you can catch me at Swiss Broadway on Twitter or at JadeLucyG_ on Instagram. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Bye!